Hi everybody, I'm Walt Weiskopf here for Rico, and I'm playing my old Mark VI with an Autolink 5-star, which I've had for 30 years in my possession, and I play a Rico Jazz Select 3 Soft. I want to talk to you a little bit about an exercise that is from a book that I wrote called Around the Horn, and it stems from the idea that for every chord you see on a page, you should be able to understand what the arpeggio derived from that chord is and the scale. If you see a D minor 7 chord on a page, you have to know at least what scale that derives from and what arpeggio that derives from if you want to make any sense out of your jazz playing on that chord. So if I'm going to play now on my horn, I'm going to play an arpeggio on D. So I played 1, 3, 5, 7, 1 minor third, perfect fifth, minor seventh, 2 octaves up and down to the octave. And now I'm going to play the D Dorian scale. So the exercise that I'm going to show you stems from the idea of doing just this on every mode of the scale. So here's the 5th mode, which in this case is G7. And here's the 1st mode. Which of course is C major. And now I'm going to play the 4th mode, which is, in this case, F major 7, sharp 11. So instead of the usual 1, 3, 5, 7, I'm going to play an arpeggio which incorporates what I call the defining note of the mode. In this case, is the sharp 11. So I'm going to play 1, major 3rd, raised 4th, major 7, like this. So that the arpeggio has the sound of the chord that we're discussing. And next I'm going to finish up the exercise with the 3 remaining minor modes of the major scale, which in this case begins with A Aeolian, A minor 7, flat 6. So my arpeggio now will incorporate the defining note, which is the flat 6th. So it's going to be composed of the root minor 3rd, perfect 5th, and a flat 6th, like this. And the 2 remaining modes, first is Phrygian, and for the Phrygian arpeggio, I use the flat 2 and the perfect 5th in my arpeggio. So to my ear, the flat 2 defines the sound of Phrygian. And finally, the Locrian arpeggio and scale, and the Locrian mode has the flat 2 as well as the flat 5. So it's like this. So we've played now each mode of the major scale. We started with D minor, G7, C major, F major 7, sharp 11, A minor 7, flat 6, and then E Phrygian and B Locrian. So we've played each mode beginning with the logical sequence of 2, 5, 1, 4. So my recommendation is to work on this exercise in all 12 keys, and you have a much better sense of how to go about common jazz chords.